Well, hello Royale players, Ashlane here coming at you today with some more Clash Royale strategy. This time we're going to go over a deck that I've been playing and having a lot of success with, and I call it the Swarm deck because it features a skeleton army and witches. I try to swarm the enemy with both those and a Goblin Barrel. That's the main crux of my deck right now. We'll go through every card and kind of talk about how I'm using them. So a Knight is really the staple of every deck. I love the Knight. Knight is so versatile. It can act as a hit point buffer as well as a defensive unit distraction. The Witch is really powerful, and I just got her to level 4, so that's absolutely huge. Sometimes you just play with the epics that you're able to level up because you have no control over the cards. Now the Spirit Goblins and the Archers I'm using as defensive and versatile units, and the main crux of my deck is the Prince, the Skeleton Army, the Goblin Barrel, and I'm using Freeze Spell. But because this is the Swarm deck, I think I'm going to go ahead and put in a Minion Horde. That way it's really a volume attack deck. I want to come at the defender with a skeleton army, witch skeletons, minion horde. I really want to bombard them with volume here. That's the whole point of this deck. Now, my average elixir cost is 3.8. That's a very valuable tool. I like to stay as close to 4 as possible, but I've seen people have success with decks all the way up to 5+ elixirs. So let's see this live match here. Let's wish him good luck and see what we can do here. So he's 1 level higher than I am. I'm going to play the Witch. Hate to play people 1 level higher than you are. It feels like a mismatch from the get-go, but I'm confident I can pull this win off. I love this deck. So let's see what happens here. He's playing a Prince on the opposite lane. He knew I had a lot of elixirs, so you really don't want to play a Prince when you know your opponent has a lot of counters up. So I had the Swarm, the Skeleton Army, excuse me, and then I'm going to drop my Prince there. So I'm going to get that tower there. There's nothing he can do when he's that low on elixir to stop a Skeleton Army with a Prince. So 1 tower down pretty early on in this match. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to build up my elixir. Don't want to get too excited here. So the dragon's coming, the baby dragon. We're going to counter that with some spear goblins there. He's coming at me with a Goblin Barrel, and I don't have the skeleton army ready, so let's go ahead and see what I can do here. So he got quite a bit of damage down on my tower. I'm going to go ahead and drop a Witch, kind of reload. A Witch is a great reload card. You can drop her and then just kind of let your elixir build up a little bit and see what the defender does. He doesn't seem to be countering with much right now. He just has a Witch on the board. Probably has more elixir than I do. He counters with a skeleton army. Gonna drop some goblins. Let's see if we can overwhelm him here. So we're low on elixir. We know he has the Goblin Barrel, so we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Once you see the opponent in the first minute or two of the match, once you see what kind of cards they have, you want to be cognizant of what they have and try to plan ahead of time for them afterwards. So we know he has the Goblin Barrel. That's a devastating card. We know he has a Prince. That's another quick, devastating card. So we don't want to be caught with low elixir. So you always want to make sure we're setting up a proper attack from the get-go. So what I mean by that is I'm going to go ahead and reload with a Witch. She provides a nice defense. I'm able to counter this Goblin Barrel with a skeleton army. Now here's going to be my Swarm. I'm going to drop the Horde. Going to drop the Spear Goblins. Got a lot of things going on right now. I'm going to drop a Knight. A Knight is very versatile. He's going to go ahead and distract that dragon, eat up a lot of that hit points. Now here comes the Goblin Barrel. So things are looking pretty good. This is exactly what I wanted this strategy for. He's going to come at me with another Goblin Barrel. I'm going to drop my Skeleton Army. Going after the King Tower. Will I be able to get it? Let's drop a Horde here. He's going to distract me with a... Okay, we got him. 3 crowned. Wow, that was 3-0. So that was good. The Swarm deck is really exciting, and it's working well for me, and he was higher level than me, so we'll go ahead and wish him good luck. We'll review later, I guess, guys. Come on now. But let's go ahead and see a recent attack. But before we do that, let me give a quick shout out to my my clan here. The clan is Elite Nation. Let's go ahead and go to the clan page here. So you guys might know us. We have 8 clans in Clash of Clans, and I started a clan, a family of clans. We have 3 clans now: Elite Nation 1, 2, and 3. And let's see where I am in the leaderboard here. You might see some familiar names. Perhaps Chief Pat a little bit ahead of me. Oh, I've dipped down a little bit. I was higher than this. So not too bad, in the 30s right now in the individual ranking. Let's see if we can see any familiar names over here in the top 200. None that I'm seeing. Some familiar clans for sure. If you guys want to go ahead and download the game if you haven't already, you just need a Canadian iTunes account. It takes a few minutes to set up, but it will be worth it. It's an addicting little game. I'm sure if you're watching this long into the episode, you already know that. So my clan is 3 in the world right now. We'll see how long that will last. But hey, I'm really proud of Elite Nation. Shout out to the clan and to our feeders and Lisa and Joy who are leading our 2 feeders right now. So let's go ahead and watch a replay of a recent battle I had. Another Swarm deck replay. The only difference in this deck is I'm using the freeze spell instead of the Minion Horde. So let's go ahead and see how I played this. We might speed it up. This is my first time showing a replay. I usually just do the live attack so far. Let me know what you guys like to see in this game. Do you like live attacks? Do you like more, experimenting with decks? Do you like it all? I kind of want to know what you guys like so I can continue to bring that in the future. Even series. I'm going to be playing Spencer in Molt, I believe, coming up soon. So you guys want to see some of those replays, we'll bring those to you as well. So on this match here, getting to this match, right now I'm just playing defense. Kind of letting my army trickle over to the opposing side of the map. I drop a free spell here. It's not a bad free spell because I'm able to get those 2 archers did a heck of a lot of damage to that tower. It's almost half health there, so that wasn't a bad free spell, but I'll be honest with you guys. That free spell slot on my deck right now, I'm playing around with it. I haven't got the perfect card there, so maybe it's Minion Horde, maybe it's freeze, maybe I'll switch it with a rage spell. I don't know. Any suggestions, guys? I'm not sure if you all have those cards yet. He just froze my troops there. The cool thing about the freeze spell is it's so versatile. You can use it on defense, on offense, but also it lends itself to misuse. I've been misusing it here and there, and it's not because I have no clue what it does or when to do it, but rather it's kind of like a mistiming thing. You use it, and then your troops kind of die, or you use it defensively and you didn't really need it. You just need to have a really good feel. So he uses a good free spell there, froze my archers, and then was able to take down one of my towers. So at this point in the match, I'm kind of scared. Now, he's 1 level ahead of me as well, so I knew I was the underdog again. That's kind of what it's like right now on the leaderboard. But hey, such is life. You got to kind of deal with the situation. So I was able to get his tower down with a Goblin Barrel. Even though he had the arrows, which is the Goblin Barrel's worst nightmare, I kept waiting for him to be low on elixir, and every time I thought he was low, I would shoot that Goblin Barrel. I wouldn't do it like, randomly willy-nilly throughout the match. I would wait to make sure he's low on elixir. Now, maybe you guys just started playing and you're saying, well, how do I know if they're low on elixir? That seems kind of like a lot to keep track of. But the truth is, the more you play, the more repetition, the more you'll be able to grasp what's going on in your opponent's head and what their deck is like. So go ahead and keep playing, keep using repetition, and you'll get a better feel for the game. You might not realize it right away, but trust me, you will. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and thanks so much to my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all of you guys. Be sure to leave suggestions in the comments. I look forward to hearing from them, and as always, take care, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Just a few ways you can help the channel out. Number 1, like. Number 2, subscribe. And number 3, comment. Tell me what you think of the video. I really appreciate it, guys, and it really helps me out a lot. Also, you can find me on social media. I'm active every day on Twitter at Clash_with_Ash, and on Bindle chat group #ClashWithAsh. And as always, you can find me on my website at www.clashwithash.com. Thanks, guys.